Hello, I'm Joe Mihevich, City Councillor for Ward 21, St. Paul's West, and I'm here today to introduce Wychwood Open Doors and to invite you to a great Trivial Pursuit evening that we're having in support of Wychwood Open Doors on March 7th. Doors open at 6:30 with the game beginning at 7 o'clock. This Trivial Pursuit evening will be a chance for you to gather in tables of 8 to 10 people and answer trivial questions related to Canadiana, arts and culture, sports, entertainment, and test your knowledge with that of other community members in a very friendly competition. It'll be a lot of fun. Come one, come all. All of this work, of course, all of that fun will be in support of the great work that Wychwood Open Doors does serving the marginalized in our community. I'd like to introduce Adam Chalif-Freundthaler, who is the chair of the board of Wychwood Open Doors. Adam, tell us about Wychwood Open Doors and the work that you do.
Wychwood Open Doors has been serving the St. Clair West community since 1986. We're a daytime drop-in center. We serve about 13,000 meals a year, and we help people who maybe can't pay their rent and buy food, who are homeless and don't have anywhere else to go during the day. We help them come in, have a safe place, have a warm meal, have a nutritious meal, meet friends, have a social community, do all the things that most people want in a community. And we do it quite well. We've been doing it for people for over 20 years now, and I think they really appreciate it. We have volunteers who come from all over, and it's a real group community effort.
Why is it important for Ward 21 to have specifically a drop-in center serving this community?
Well, we have a lot of people here who are in need. I grew up here. I've lived in the neighborhood for more than 20 years, and I have to say that I was actually surprised at how much need there is in this neighborhood. There's a lot of privilege in the neighborhood, but there's also a lot of need, and we need to all contribute to having a real full community. We also have two shelters in the neighborhood who serve people overnight, and so having a place where people can go during the day and continue to build their skills and take a step towards the next step in their life is something that's really valuable for all of us.
Adam, as the chair of the board, what are the needs that Wychwood Open Door has, perhaps on the board, perhaps as volunteers, that you can invite the community to participate in?
The drop-in center has needs top to bottom. We need people who have skills in fundraising, who have skills in finance, who have skills in legal backgrounds to make their contribution at the board level, at the volunteer level. But we also need people who might have an extra set of mugs at home who can bring them into the center so we can use fewer non-reusable materials. We need people who can bring in small appliances like toasters and things of that nature. We need people who can donate a few hours of their day, a couple days a month, to come into the kitchen and help cook the meal, serve our participants. If you have a different skill, if you're a writer or if you're a computer person, we'd love you to come in and teach our members how to use those tools to benefit themselves and maybe get another step in their life.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Bennett, Member of Parliament here in St. Paul's, and we're here at Wychwood Open Doors this morning as breakfast is being served, and to some of the people for whom breakfast hasn't always been there for them in the past. We are I think, pretty proud of what we've been able to achieve with the help of all levels of government for these people for whom safety and security has not been a daily occurrence. Creating a safe space for people to feel that they can come and be themselves and treated with dignity as real people, with real stories, and be able to think about even turning their lives around has been, I think, one of the joys of this place. That in each person there is the hope for the future, and that begins by having a place where they can feel safe and secure, and that they can trust that the people who are here working with them, some of whom were in their shoes themselves once, that this is the beginning of a trusting relationship which has not necessarily been part of these people's lives before. We're proud proud of the St. Paul's model, where things that are funded by the city can get help from the province, get help from the feds, but it always begins with the amazing Joe Mihevc, who is able to keep his finger on the pulse and be able to figure out what's needed and who could use our help. So this is a tribute to this little gem in our community that helps the people most difficult to help, and we thank you for understanding and your support, and look forward to seeing you at Trivial Pursuits.
So I'd like to introduce you to Kathy Biaze, who is one of the co-coordinators of Wychwood Open Doors and does great work here on a daily basis, serving the community of need here in St. Paul's West. Kathy, tell us about some of the clients that you serve here.
Well, we call them members. Many of them have been coming here much longer than I have, and I've been here 5 years. This is where they come to talk to their friends, to get together. We have people from all walks of life. We have seniors, we have people who are on social assistance, and then there are people who are just starting out and need support. We're like other drop-in centers. There are people who have addictions, and this is where they find a place to feel comfortable enough to start trying again, to come out of that. We have members who come in and help us in the kitchen. They set up our outside. It's a very tight-knit community. They take care of each other, and they take responsibility while they're here for what they do.
Is there any story that stands out, a story that is one that perhaps has inspired you to hang in with the sometimes difficult work that you're doing?
There is one. There was a gentleman who came in, and he was homeless, and he found a place to stay. And we have community volunteers who come in. People who live in the area come in and help us and work with the other members. And they had made their own arrangements, didn't discuss with me. They went out and they gathered furniture for him because he had nothing. They came here, they met him and took him to his house, and they helped him furnish his house. Like I said, it's a real community. People really care for each other and try to support each other in any way they can. That has kept me hopeful.
Kathy, what would happen if Wychwood Open Doors folded or disappeared tomorrow?
There'd be a lot of people who would go hungry. My board is very focused on healthy foods, and as we're all finding out now, for people to stay healthy, they have to eat a lot of fresh, a lot of good foods. We always have fruits, we always have vegetables. Last year we served over 13,000 meals, and we're only open 3 days a week. Most of those people are from this area and live within St. Paul or the old city of York. So the next closest place is either very far north or very far south, and many of the seniors wouldn't be able to travel that far to get to have a healthy meal. So it would be quite disastrous for them and their ability to stay in their housing. Part of their plans is to be able to come here to eat so that they can pay their rent.
Well, there you have it, folks. Wychwood Open Doors does great work in our community, and they are deserving of the utmost support from all of us who live and work in this area. So come on March the 7th at 6:30. The doors will open. At 7 o'clock, the games will begin. Anthony Shine in my office is available if you want to purchase tickets. Feel free to organize a group in your neighborhood, at your place of work. The tickets are only $20, and that's to make sure that people can come and that it is affordable to everyone. We'll have some great fun that evening, and at the same time support a very, very worthy charity. So come one, come all. We're going to have lots of fun, and we'll be doing some great work at the same time.